And we're back. Oh, that was like a weird vision. What was that? This is
Whoa,
a lot
something
of
sexy
going at it.
happened.
Well, Flynn's pissed at us, I think. I'm pretty sure. Daxton's here, still wearing a goofy-ass shirt. Flynn doesn't wave back. He just keeps staring. The seconds pass, and nothing happens. We just sit here, and he sits there, and neither of us moves.
Awkward.
Eventually, Daxton pushes himself up to his feet, and I reluctantly follow suit. Everything goes quiet as we make our way to the other table. I feel a tingling sensation around my whiskers that goes all the way back to my spine. I don't belong here. Oh, oh, yeah.
Flynn's coming at us angry.
Flynn's gonna kick your ass to outer space.
Better run, run,
Run,
Remember Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
That made me cry immediately.
It made me cry too.
We both, like, the movie hasn't even started yet. They just show fucking Rocket and they play Creep and we both start crying.
The acoustic version of Keith.
Yeah.
Keith, the acoustic version of Creep.
But they just start playing Creep and both of us start crying and like we don't even know why. It's just Rocket's a emotionally loaded character. and
it's a good song.
And we've known him for like 10 years because it's been so fucking long for this trilogy to come out. They were like,
The animal is sad. Stephanie cries.
Song. He listens to this song because he feels it on the inside. He doesn't belong here.
It's because he's a raccoon.
I need to watch the entire trilogy again. It's so good. Anyway. I can't tell if the pool table group is looking at me, but it feels like they are.
Oh, there he is.
Hello. It is a completely different art style.
Yeah, he doesn't belong here. He's a creep.
Why do I feel like I recognize it though? I'm trying to think.
He's handsome, but he doesn't fit stylistically, like here at all.
It's just a different like line art style. He's fucking curved as shit. He's a bulgy man.
He's like the Michelin Man.
He's wearing jeans that creak. You put it that way, it's not as sexy.
This is a screen door.
Or like the tents of leather or something. Well, holy shit! Would you look at that? An otter in my water. The German Shepherd speaks up with an accent that sounds more West Coast than Southwestern.
Oh, you made a mistake. It's fine.
It's fun. Well, everyone else sounds West Coast because that's what I sound like. So
I know that's our baseline is West
know.
Coast.
I know that people identify me as sounding West Coast, but I don't really know what that sounds like because I don't have contrast to go off of, so I don't know. I'm not a linguist. It's difficult.
I say hella, bruh. I'm from California.
Yeah. He's like, well, holy shit, would you look at that? An otter in my water.
That's not what we sound like.
Fuck. I don't know how do you do an impression of yourself.
Yeah, bro.
Shaka bra.
Well, I don't know how I would do that.
Hella.
I'll just hella.
Anyway, I'm just gonna keep the original voice. We're just gonna not acknowledge this obvious problem.
It's fine.
I don't know what Southwestern sounds like either, because Southwestern also isn't like Southern.
Well, I think it is more Southern.
I don't know. People keep saying that they wouldn't sound Southern, but also people also just make stuff up, so who knows?
I don't know, guys.
I can never tell which people that comment on things know what they're saying versus the ones that just want to talk. Because sometimes people just say shit and they're so wrong.
Just voice them and just like, crikey, just make him Australian.
He's an established character. That's what his voice is now.
And be like,
we're not changing.
Be like, that's West Coast, right?
They didn't describe his voice and benefits.
Well, I voiced Brian and I did Brian way wrong. All I
had to do was just his top voice. He's big man.
Big man. Hello there, I'm a big man.
Apparently, if you tell me to do a top voice, I just do Cassidy from Overwatch. The cowboy.
That's about right. French fried potatoes. Mm-hmm.
There's a snake in my boat.
There's a snake in my boat. Is that not top energy? I know whenever I'm about to peg some dude, I just pull out there's a snake in my boot. Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
Like you're just lining it up. I want you to do this next time. You're like lining it up and you're like, somebody's poisoned the water hole.
It's gonna be me. Oh my god.
What a fan art premise.
I'm so cursed. Why am I like this?
For content, Stephanie. For content.
Oh my god. No one show this to my dad.
That's what everyone in this room's currently saying in the game.
Oh my god.
He drops an arm from Flynn's chair, beaming at me with reddish brown eyes. The canine turns his attention to Daxton, eyeing him over. The salamander has his hands folded together, smiling nervously. And Daxton. Daxton blinks.
Evening. Have we met?
The man chuckles. Nah, but I've seen you before. Whenever I was coming over to Scale Boy's house here, you're always in your room all loner-like. Flynn's slitted gaze flicks from Daxton to me. His expression seems to harden before my eyes. What the fuck are you doing here? His scaled fingers curl up into a fist briefly before unfurling, the large lizard fidgeting in his seat. His tie is gone, and he's unbuttoned most of his shirt.
So, like, standard.
Like normal, yeah.
Yeah.
Like everyday Flynn. Okay, play this cool, Chase. Wow! Crazy seeing you here. Wow, you go here too?
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
What a coincidence.
They make the best daiquiris here.
I fuck myself up on a Thousand Island, a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah.
A Thousand Island dressing. The wrong. Got some wires across there.
That means you're already fucked up. You're like, I would like another Thousand
I like
Island
a Thousand
dressing,
Island
please.
iced tea. I'm gonna get fucked.
I get fucked for. I want bang for my buck.
Somebody cancel me. All right. Okay, play this cool, Chase. Found your phone with the invite to this place. It was all propped up and everything.
Fuck.
I said that last part with a bit of an accusing tone. Flynn narrows his eyes slightly. Invite? You wouldn't tell me you were bringing some friends. That's a first.
Uh-oh.
Gonna tie them all up, human centipede style.
Oh no. Who's the front? Who's the back?
The shepherd grins again, tension so thick that you could cut it with a knife. Doesn't seem to dissuade his cheery demeanor. I didn't. He makes an acknowledging grunt, his gaze flicking between us for a moment. Well, I'm right. You know Flynn, and I know Daxton, so who are you? He looks at me, expectant. Before I can speak, Flynn does. Chase. His tone is terse, bordering on outright warning. Chase! Ha! Fucking otters are cute as hell. Look, you got your wee stubby fingers, plus you're all squeaky and shit.
Dude.
I don't think Chase is gonna love that.
That sounds a little mean. But also, like,
you're all squeaky and shit.
German shepherds like to chew on things that are squeaky, you know? I would feel in danger.
Chase, bad end. I blanch, not sure whether to be flattered or offended. I look down at my fingers.
I never thought they were stubby before.
Ryan just grins, the red light glistening upon the enamel of his fangs. Take a seat, you two. Good to see Scale Boy actually has friends. Daxton looks down at one of the red fabric chairs with a wary demeanor.
Well, as long as they're not too sticky.
Oh, it's kind of gross.
Oh, Keith's drinking a beer. It says sour ale on it.
Yep, lychee and raspberry sour ale.
No.
I don't think that's what I'm into.
I like sours, I think, are good.
Heck.
But I don't know. It depends.
I don't know about this choice.
The can is cute.
Yeah, because we were at the Japanese market, and I just kind of grabbed like imported drinks. Mm-hmm. Like I tried their, was it Asahi? It's like, well, self-declared #1 beer in Japan or whatever.
Asahi is.
Asahi.
I think so.
I don't know. This elicits a throaty, crackling cackle from the dog. It's just like a TV static, like laughing. How many stupid laughs can you have?
A lot.
Part of the charm.
Oh, much like yours.
Oh, fuck me, man. Good one. I take a seat across from Flynn, who is now staring at a wall. Glancing over, I noticed that Daxton had been standing with his hands folded behind his back, his posture completely vertical. Just like Captain Amicus does in that Astra.
He's focusing.
Yeah, he's channeling
Amicus, that's what I was looking for.
Who famously is very strong-willed and good at negotiations and not acting strange and blah, blah, blah.
But bad at plans.
The salamander scoots past and takes his seat beside me. He fishes out Flynn's phone from his pocket and slides it over to him across the table. Flynn looks at it for a good 3 seconds before snatching it and shoving it back into his pocket.
You're welcome.
I didn't ask for this. Daxton just shrugs indifferently. Flynn looks at me again, his expression less intense but still a frown. Who?
Hi.
A quiet yet shrill-toned voice peeps up from behind us. Turning, I see it's the gender-ambiguous fennec fox from earlier. They quickly walk past us, tugging lightly on Ryan's shirt. They mumble something I can't quite make out, and Ryan practically coos back at little fennec. He reaches up, squeezing their waist, and they make a little noise. Ryan pulls out his wallet, withdrawing a few bills and hands them to the fox. The middle-aged horse duo walks up as well, cues and grasp. The one with the red polo bumps into the fennec, resting a hand on their shoulder. They flinch, initially, before a sheepish smile forms upon their lips. The fennec spins around clumsily, nearly toppling over the table. The older male catches them and keeps them in place.
Horse?
Yeah, I think so.
Easy now, desert cutie.
They wrap their arms around the equin's girthy midsection, their paws gingerly patting at his back pockets.
I should take their money. Oh, you want some money for something from the bar, sweetheart? Don't know where the tender's gone or ran off to.
Red Polo fetches a $20 bill for the fox, placing it in the little one's paw.
Maw. In their mouth.
Well.
This is getting weird.
Gross. Money's not, They're treating them like a youngling, but the fox looks to be at least 30 years old from the sagging of their face and splotchy fur.
Not the younglings.
It's not a nice description.
I'm 30.
Look at this
with
saggy
sagging face and splotchy fur.
Of fucking course. Casey's doing that bidding war bullshit again. Flynn takes a swig of his booze. The older men stare at him, suddenly looking a bit uneasy. Red Polo turns, trying to usher Casey away toward the main counter. However, the fox seems to resist. They squirm, quickly writhing out of the equine's grasp and stumbling their way over towards Flynn, nearly crawling on top of Ryan to do so. Everyone seems to freeze in place as the fox pushes their muzzle up close to Flynn's. Flynn looks dull-eyed back at the fennec. I don't got any money for you.
It's okay. I just want to make you less grumpy.
They look at each other, saying nothing. Flynn parts his lips slightly, and the fox pushes their face against his, maws meeting in a deep kiss. His eyes go wide for a moment, then shut tight, returning the affection just the same. My heart feels like it stops, and my sweat goes cold. I feel sick, like I want to puke or something. I mean, I had felt a sort of deep, gnawing feeling since I saw Ryan's arm around Flynn, but I guess I wasn't prepared for something so visceral. But I don't do anything. I just sit there and watch. Ryan, meanwhile, grasps the fennec's rear, grinning in that Cheshire way he does. Good to see you're not sourpussing the whole night, Flynn.
Are you kidding me right now? Fucking whore.
Red Polo turns, his friend behind, leaving his friend behind and making his way towards the exit with a few huffed swears. The teal poloed male, who is some sort of Shire Clydesdale type, watches him leave but doesn't follow.
Says the married man.
Casey pulls back from Flynn, a string of saliva still hanging between their lips. Flynn's nostrils flare as he exhales upon the fox's face. This seems to set Casey off, and they kiss him again, with even more ferocity. Flynn's just so fucking hot that it just interrupts the entire atmosphere of everything happening. Like this has to happen so badly that the conversation at the booth is dead. The fucking the clients are getting shooed off. No, this has to happen. It's Flynn's raw magnetism.
So look at poor little Daxton there. What
Y'all
the fuck
walked
is
in
happening?
Here. Y'all came in here on your own.
That is true.
Daxton's looking at me now, his eyes wide. The salamander silently mouths a what the fuck? There's all the energy of getting walked in on, having sex, and then you just keep going.
You look over at them and you just keep going.
It's okay, leave. I don't even have the capacity within me to respond with anything other than a curt nod. Wow. Putting on a show for the new friends. Teal Polo's looking down at Daxton, and I now.
Well, noting the festivities, you youngins want a drink or something? I'm Mike.
And this is Mike's Hard.
Yeah, you want a Mike's Hard?
You want a Mike's Hard?
Nah, we're good.
I'll have 2 doubles of whatever tequila's the cheapest.
Fuck yeah.
Mike blinks.
I'll be right back then, kid. Let me find the bartender.
Rob's back in the smoke room, Seabiscuit. The smoke room. Seabiscuit. Seems racist. But I guess this Ryan already kind of seems like he just flirts with racism and doing a few microaggressions, bro.
Yeah, I thought Ryan was gonna be a nice guy, and then the ominous music started playing, and I'm like, maybe not.
Are you getting ominous music?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't have audio.
Do you not have audio?
No, I don't hear anything. I'm kind of getting something.
Yeah, it's like...
Turn it up. Yeah, I'm kind of getting something there. I think my connection was bad. I don't know.
It's very dun.
Yeah, that's interesting because the smoke room is the prequel name.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what a smoke room is.
It is that usually.
Besides just a room where you smoke, I guess.
Yeah, in like a bar or like hang out. It's like a cigar room.
I wonder if there's direct continuity there, like it's the same location or something, or if anything that specific is going on. He uses his free hand, the one not currently groping Fox ass, and points towards a wooden door in the corner of the room by a potted plant, saguaro.
Plastic cigar.
Saguaro?
It's cactus.
Saguaro. Saguaro. I'm good at things. The smoke room? Mike gives Ryan an uneasy look. I get the impression from his demeanor and the casino wristband he's wearing that he isn't a local.
Well, I'll be right back then.
He forces a smile before turning and heading towards the aforementioned smoke room. Ryan crosses his legs, letting his head roll from side to side before speaking up. I think we should head there too. Right, Flynn? Flynn and the Fennec part lips again. Lagia looks at me before responding. I don't think the smoke room's a smoke room.
Well, I feel like it's probably the room where sketchy things happen because that is
It's the sex dungeon.
It's the private area
it's the sex
of
dungeon.
a bar.
It's the sex dungeon.
Yeah, see, like I said, like Ryan, I thought was okay, and then like I said, the ominous music started playing, and then I got like bad times at a bar vibes that like occasionally somebody approaches you and you're like, no, this is bad.
Flynn and the Fennec part lips again. Lagia looks at me before responding. All right.
Man, what's wrong with you?
All eyes shift to Daxton now. Flynn grunts. You don't get to fucking judge, creep ass. Said that weird. I said all of that weird. Tried to correct mid-sentence and it just came out weird. You don't get to fucking judge, creep ass. Watch me jerk off at night, but can't stand the sight of me macking on someone, for fuck's sake.
Is Daxton watching Flynn jack off at night?
Does Daxton know that Flynn knows that? Is he
I don't
watching
think Daxton knows that Flynn knows that.
The round-faced salamander's jaw goes slack. Oh, you've been busted, Daxton. Watching and not helping out's a real grave offense.
What the hell are you even talking about?
Daxton looks at me. I say nothing, thinning my lips. You know what I'm talking about.
I truly don't.
Hey. Let's not play he said, she said, alright? Daxton, Chase, you like to party?
Oh, that always means bad stuff. If someone ever comes up to you and says, you like to party? Yeah, no, don't talk to that person anymore.
That's your ultimate red flag. Does that trump TV dinners? Says, do you like to party?
Do you like that's like the it's like the censored version of Kill Bill where it's like, my name is Buck and I'm here to party, because the TV one they take out fuck and they say
that's
party.
Cursed.
My name is Buck and I'm here to party.
Ooh.
Woo. It's a party wagon instead of a pussy wagon. I think it is edited.
Just thinking about all the fucking dubbed. I watched I want to say it was like Blade 2 or 3 or something, and like Ryan Reynolds was in it, and like it was on TV though, and it was all censored for TV with dubs that he seemingly did himself. So it's just that very like rapid fire quippy Ryan Reynolds being like, oh come on and go, let's go, you fruity mother flipper. But it's all like Ryan Reynolds' voice, and it's just like I can't tell if this is censored or if this is a bit and he's screwing with us. Like he's
That's
just
kinda funny.
talking like that on purpose. Because it's still Ryan Reynolds saying it, so you can't tell if it's the original. The dog reaches into his pocket. The Fennec turns from Flynn, biting their lip as they begin to lean on Ryan's shoulder. They wiggle their hips in such a manner that Flynn gets a face full of fuzz, the Gila sputtering a bit, This is the horniest session you've had so far, Stephanie, of any of these games. It's pretty much just all of it. I'm reminded of long bus rides home with Jenna and Flynn back in junior high. Not that Jenna acted anything remotely like Casey, though.
You just get fur everywhere. It's probably just a tedious annoyance.
Flynn would be the aggressor, pulling on her fur and making native jokes until Jenna would donk him right in the nose with a biology textbook. Ryan withdraws a small plastic baggie with about 6 tiny white spheroid dots inside. They kind of look like that expensive Pebble ice cream they sell at the bars.
Yeah, they didn't have the rights to say Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots.
That is all it could ever be.
I don't know how that works. I feel like you can't. Can you just name brands?
I don't know.
I'm never sure. Because there's a bunch of things that weirdly avoid it, and then a bunch of things that just do it.
Well, sometimes I feel like they want you to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Coca-Cola or something. But like, I think probably to be safe, they just didn't put Dippin' Dots, but I don't know, especially something of this.
Is Dippin' Dots gonna sue for being associated with, like, ecstasy or whatever?
Maybe.
Party drugs?
Yeah, to be fair, I don't exactly know what Molly looks like or what, what's the other one? Molly or whatever you said. I guess ecstasy and Molly are like basically the same thing. I don't know.
Quick toaster emergency hotline. Just tabbing over to Discord.
Help! It's
emergency.
It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We have to dial a friend.
What drugs does Ryan have?
They look like Dippin' Dots.
They look like Dip and
Dots.
He's typing.
Is he really? Wow, fast.
Yeah, he's so typing. What are you talking about? Echo.
I'm sorry, that was loud. I just thought it was really funny. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think you're getting far away from the mic.
I know. Well,
gotta crowd that shit.
And I just laughed so hard I felt like I had to lean back because I felt bad for bombarding the people.
You picked up on my instinct where I yell at the ceiling. Whenever I know I'm gonna yell, I do it at the ceiling, and it becomes this like distant screaming noise kind of thing. Like I think that's what enabled it to for Perp to make it sound like I left the car in that one animation is because I yell at the ceiling whenever I really yell, but it's like reflexively turning away from the microphone. I have no idea. If they look like little beads in a pill, then it's Adderall. Ryan is the dog? Yes.
I'm gonna look up what Molly looks like.
Chi Shep.
I'm showing that I'm a little baby apparently. I just haven't done those kinds of drugs.
Spheres. I'm being fucked over by slide typing. Probably some kind of methamphetamine derivative or club drug like that.
Yeah, I think it's ecstasy. There's a picture, but MDMA.
MGMT?
No, not MGMT. Electric eel.
Toaster responded so quickly because I did what I do to you.
Yeah, Keith always tells me something's an emergency and then I get scared.
No, you don't get scared because you know it's never an emergency when I say emergency.
How am I gonna know? What are you gonna say if it's a real emergency?
Well, I mean, I won't be gleeful.
Like, you start yelling. You'll be yelling.
He says this doesn't match an actual drug IRL. It might just be ecstasy.
Well, honestly,
Thank you, drug raccoon.
Thank you, drug raccoon.
My hero. There we go. And that was a real-time exchange. But yeah, whenever you guys send fan art or something, or the animations happen or something, I always go straight into Stephanie's room. I'm like, Stephanie, it's an emergency!
And they go, ah! I was like, I get surprised.
She gets startled because she's busy working on a paper or something, but she can tell from my tone that it's not actually an emergency.
Yeah, no, I
But
can't.
now she knows that it's good news. Somebody's emergency.
No.
Look at the thing. There's a block of cheese.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Got my attention.
They kind of look like that expensive Pebble ice cream they sell at theme parks.
It's the fact that it's spherical that I think is wrong, because I don't think there's any drug that looks like that. That's just what confused me. Because
Yeah, I don't
I think
know.
just white pills is just MGMA, not MGMT. You're gonna fuck me up now.
We have an rapidly oscillating outcomes where like we don't know if we can trust McSkinny or Red when they talk about drugs, because everyone has to talk about drugs.
What if it's literally just a silica
It's a silica packet. Do not eat.
Just little round beads inside. He's like, I got the goods, guys.
Wait, just see how far you can get before anyone notices. These pills ain't shit. Whenever Howley's writing, that's when you know you're in good hands. You're like, okay, he's got this figured out. Like throughout all of Arches, Toaster was making a point to explain that like every detail was like on point, like to the point where he was questioning if he had like personal experience with all of it, which is a very different experience from the pot brownie episode where nothing seemed right.
Yeah, I was way off.
Because we got 3 different Echoverse writers writing about drugs. I don't know if they come up with in George's Smoke Room prequel or not. Probably. Not the same ones, but
You know, they don't have party drugs in the old times.
they'll probably have party something. I imagine they had a way to fuck yourself up.
Black tar heroin.
Oh no, no, they just had black tar. That's all they had to go on. I'd always wished Carl's parents would start selling that stuff, but they said it was just a gimmick, and that doesn't. I had to remember that they mean the ice cream.
I just said black tar heroin, and you just said, I always wish Carl's parents would start selling that
But
stuff.
they said it was just a gimmick, and that
It doesn't make the ice cream taste better.
I mean, it doesn't.
I think heroin
exactly.
I think heroin would make ice cream taste better.
Don't try that at home.
Don't
kids.
try it.
But he says LMFAO, likely some kind of upper at the very least.
Gay.
What an informative
scene
episode.
Party drug.
Gay scene party drug in a decade ago.
Yeah. Ecstasy.
For me, what I always notice is that Dippin' Dots is like slightly painful to eat because the dots are so cold that they like stick to your tongue.
That's what's fun about it.
Yeah,
though.
it's completely a texture like screw around thing that doesn't like change the flavor. He opens the little baggie, placing one of the pebbles on the eager Fennec's tongue, and then his own. The German Shepherd rises up to his feet. He's large, about as tall as Leo. He extends out the baggie to Daxton and I. Before we can respond, Flynn interjects, swiping the baggie and closing it before handing it back to Ryan. Yeah, nah, fucker. You decided for him? Bit rude, my man. This shit ain't addictive unless you're depressed or something. Daxton's got a heart condition, and I'm fucking pretty sure Chase has got drug tests for summer internships to worry about. Daxton closes his arms over his chest.
Yeah, I'm good. Candy for strangers in that whole business, too. Speaking of...
Mike comes out from the corner door with 2 drinks in his grasp. He has a sort of blank expression as he sets them down in front of me. You have fun back there? Ryan quickly deposits the baggie back into his trousers, pushing his chair in. Flynn stands up as well. Yeah, I don't know if this is an accepting drinks scenario.
Well, yeah, you brought them back from back there. You didn't see the bartender pour them for you.
Yeah.
Didn't have time for fun. Had to tend to Kid Boozy here.
Kid Boozy? Sounds like one of them urban rap types. You spit rhymes, Chase?
Wow, you guys are out of the loop. You spit rhymes,
You
Chase?
spit rhymes? Ryan chuckles. I look down at myself, then back up. Fuck no, he doesn't. I've seen Chase do cowboy poetry back in school. Not a pretty sight.
Back to reality. Oh,
There
there
goes gravity. Oh, so mad, but he
dude,
won't
Chase
go
just
down.
stands up and sings the entirety of that song.
Cursed.
And Ryan, who's never heard of that movie, is like, oh my gosh, this kid's a genius.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's a fun movie. I actually do
It was
like
a big
it.
hit song, even regardless of the movie. Like, it just had so much. Is that his most well-known song at this point?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Just because.
I
But
remember when it was new.
Brittany Murphy plays the love interest.
I listened to Eminem before then. I probably shouldn't have been.
I watched that movie when it came out, and I was too young to watch that movie.
I think my only point of reference for that movie, besides the literal events that take place inside the song, is the Scary Movie parody of it. Like, that's the movie they parodied, right? In one of the movies.
I think so. I mean, Scary Movie parodied a lot of movies.
It's one where he had a hood that was too pointy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one of the Scary Movies. That's the only thing I know about 8 Mile. And yet, anytime anyone says back to reality or anything like that, fucking you, me, and Andrew all just fucking start going every time.
It's too good. I know all the words, but then also
Or lose yourself in the moment. And like, there's like several cues that like us just start. It's so dumb.
Mom Spaghetti.
You only get one shot. You better.
You better. But basically all you have to know is what he sings about in the song is literally just the entire plot of the movie.
Yeah, I figured.
Like, that is it.
I think that might be why I never watched the movie, is because I'm like, I think I know what happens.
And people get it wrong where they think that he sings the song in the movie, but he does not. That is not how that goes. The song is in the credits because it's about the movie.
Oh, it's the credits of the song.
Because he actually does a rap at the end. And the whole rap, because like the whole beginning is him fucking up and what happens in the beginning of the song, and then the ending is him realizing that he needs to like be self-depreciating in his rap to like get a leg up on the other guy, and he like slaughters the other guy with his rap verses. He's like, yeah, I'm from a trailer park, like blah 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 blah. Like, I win. He drops the mic or something, and I was like, oh, and the movie ends. So now you've seen 8 Mile.
So that's what they just did in the Scary Movie also. He also just does that.
Yeah.
The Scary Movie is so uncreative that half the time they're just recreating whatever they saw in trailers that year. And then half the time there's like barely a joke. It's like, hey, it's that thing. Remember the thing?
And they're like, hey, Charlie Sheen's in this one. That's funny.
Whoa. Right? Shame he's not ever funny. He looks at me.
Tiger blood and Adonis DNA.
The funniest stuff he's ever done was off camera.
It was on accident. Yeah.
Losing his fucking mind. He looks at me, seemingly uncaring of the fact that Casey is now all up on Ryan and not him. I remember you and Carl got up and did yours about alien abductions and anal probes in the desert. And the principal got so pissed. But that's happened. That's really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to Brian. I let out a little huff as the memory comes back to me. I'm surprised he remembers that. Yeah, it didn't start off that way, but UFO rhymed with lasso, and it was all downhill from there. Anal probes, huh?
Caught his attention.
That's the one thing that made his ears perk up. Ryan grins, reaching over and slugging my shoulder. His angle's off, so it's more like a tap than a punch. Daxton lets out a slightly exasperated noise.
That was your takeaway from that conversation?
You sound like you've got a probe or two up yours, Daxton. Or lack thereof. Daxton closes his eyes and rubs the flat of his nose, still looking a bit flustered from Flynn's accusation earlier. I clear my throat. Clear my nose is a very different expression.
You do that thing where you press one nostril down at a time.
Just spray.
Oh gosh.
I clear my nose on the table. The stickiness is the charm, eh?
I'm showing my dominance.
No.
No.
I clear my throat, speaking up toward the towering Equine beside me. But, thank you, sir. I give the large horse a nod of appreciation before taking a hearty glug of one of the glasses. Oh my god, this fucking burns. My muzzle pulls into a grimace as I try to swallow as much as I can, eyeing the glass. I only got a fourth of the way down to the double.
Guess I'm the designated driver now.
Because fucking Chase isn't thinking about the return trip. He's just thinking about obliviating himself from this embarrassing situation that he put himself in. You did this to yourself, Chase. Daxton, I don't feel bad for either of you. You did this.
Well, Carl's still outside, but
Yeah.
he's also probably high, so.
Yeah, Carl doesn't even know what's happening right now, but like, you two should have just known better. You so obviously were not supposed to come here. Why would you do this? You know what an invitation is, Chase? An invitation. When someone invites you to something, that's what an invitation is.
Chase,
you know, just like imagine one and just go.
Chase, if you were a vampire, you wouldn't have been able to walk into the establishment. Okay, let's just put it that way. Because you weren't invited.
Ryan thumbs back toward the door to the aforementioned smoke room. Hey, you all want to join? We're good, Ryan. Flynn basically pushes Ryan's back, shuffling the seemingly attached Casey along with. A long silence follows, and all three of us watch them until they disappear behind the faded wooden door. I let out a long exhale, then place my face in my paws.
I don't know what he meant when he said I watched him jerk off. What the hell's he talking about? Oh, I would never do that. Ooh.
I can hear the creaking of the seat across from me. Mike must be sitting down with us.
I would take it as the highest compliment if someone was watching me beat off. You want to do that? Is that an invitation?
Would you like to compliment me?
I need a compliment today. It's been a rough day. I'm never leaving my room again. I'm assuming you youngins are also new to this dusky establishment. Is that right?
Mike speaks in a sort of southern drawl cadence that's more bayou than prairie. Bayou.
Bye. And if you ain't gonna drink that, kid, I'll gladly finish it for you.
I uncover my eyes, slowly reaching for the glass of auburn liquid and bringing it against my lips. The second time doesn't hurt as much, and I manage to swallow another fourth without any tears.
Baby.
Yeah, this is a first time for me. How'd you find out about this place? He crosses his arms, leaning back into his seat. The chair creaks in audible protest to his weight.
I was about to ask the same thing of you. Was wondering what cute pups like you two would be doing in a place like this.
Do you know what a pup mask is?
That's how he'd laugh. I got a couple meetings down in Peyton, so I stopped by the casino for a few hours with the one-armed bandit.
That's what I call it when someone watches me beating off.
Then I'm the one-armed bandit.
I sit on it until it falls asleep, and I call it the stranger.
The stranger. Oh. So I have one of them sex applications you download to your cell phones, right? Downloaded that all by yourself, did you?
Daxton?
Shut the fuck
Honey?
up, Daxton.
Daxton comments dryly.
Uh-huh. Well, can't exactly get my nephew to help me with that one now, could I? You could. It would just be very awkward, much like this whole night.
Daxton staring at the wood grain of the table, tracing it with his finger.
Bit rough, yeah? Well, anyway, I was on this sex application, and this feller starts chatting me up, the huffy one I was just with. He was also staying at the casino. He suggested we come down here for some fun, so I followed suit. Place was packed with Fennec folk earlier. And they all went back there, though.
He points towards the corner door.
So, this place is for gay guys, right? That's most probably the case. That okay with you?
A slight smile curls up the edge of Mike's maw, and Daxton is wrought with a brief stutter.
I don't give a care, you know. You do you. I'll do me. Maybe I'll do you too, yeah?
One-eyed bandit.
Dude, now I'm just hoping someone says that I'll do me, you do you, so I can pull that out. Obviously, it depends on who it is.
Maybe I'll do you too.
It depends on who it is, but that might work somewhere. I'll have to remember that in my brain. Oh my god.
Daxton looks like he's been slapped, his tail coiling inward. Mike just chuckles in a bassy rumble.
Oh boy, that straightened your curls, didn't it? Did you download that all by yourself? Ha! You sassy little shit.
My phone vibrates.
Is that a hail from Tactical?
He's going back to nerd mode. Daxton's making me so uncomfortable because he's just so
uncomfortable.
Yeah, like he's being like so socially oblivious in a space where like immediately there's an obvious read of like, oh, that's what this kind of place is.
Well,
that's what's
you
going
need
on.
a speech check here,
and he's
being, not passing the speech checks.
Yeah, but he's just like so unnecessarily like he's being so unnecessarily openly like judgmental of all this when it's just so obvious what the vibe of this room is and what people are going to talk about and what they're going to be like, and it's like,
well, you shouldn't be here.
Just vibe or get out. Like,
yeah, basically.
Like, why are you're making it a continual thing, but like you opted in and you're continuing to opt in every minute you stay in this room, and it's like, come on, man, this is unnecessary. Daxton says this as if it's physically painful for him to utter those words. Mike's expression shifts, and he looks curiously at the salamander. I check my phone. It's from Flynn. Come to the smoke room. Alone. Look at that old-ass picture. It's got such a completely different face, and he's wearing like a yellow blazer or something.
Yellow blazer.
Like, that's wild. What is he, you at a wedding?
I did wear a yellow blazer at a wedding because it had specific color theming, and I still have that blazer, and it's very cute on me.
Huh.
You're gonna leave Daxton out here alone with that fucking pervert horse? Like,
just go outside, Daxton. Jesus Christ.
Get killed, man.
Just go back out with Carl. You don't need to be here. No one's keeping you here. The door didn't lock. Like, it's not a trap. It's just a
run, Daxton, run.
Like, despite all looming worries or whatever, it really seems to just be a bar, bro. You can, it's... The empty feeling that had taken hold of me seems to alleviate some. And is quickly replaced by a whole new sort of anxiety. So maybe he's not leaving me high and dry after all, but... What the fuck is he doing?
Hail from Tactical. It's a reference.
I held up my phone. Flynn wants to talk to me, I think?
Never straightforward with him, is it? I don't know, kids still watch that Astra.
Oh, right, because it's an old show.
He knows.
Right, it's an old-ass show, so he'd be more familiar with it, if anything. They're gonna bond over at Astra.
Dude, yeah, you guys sit here.
And then he's gonna fuck his brains out.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I love that for Daxton. What?
Why are you... Daxton, it's not even a show from your generation.
Yeah, it's weirder that you know it.
Yeah. I just love watching Cheers as a zoomer.
Yeah, it'd be like, me being like, Norm! And then an old man being like, oh, you like Cheers? And he'd be like, oh, what? You've heard of Cheers?
You watch Cheers, old man? Of the approximate age of the actors of Cheers? Daxton's attention snaps so quickly back to Mike, it's almost comical. I'll be right back. You can text Carl or something and ask if he wants to come in. I push myself up to stand, realizing my legs feel kind of weak. I hadn't noticed much at the time, but they were shaking really or something fierce. There's a no smoking sign from the corner door. A little irony, I guess. Because there's a bunch of men smoking each other, huh? with a low breath and straightening of my shirt, I pull the handle and step inside. It's left Daxton. Chase sucks, so that's not really that surprising. Ooh.
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 Ooh, this is smoky room.
That's a cool visual. Looming Flynn. But yeah, Chase sucks, so it's not really surprising, but you definitely would want to like figure out if he's gonna stay or go, or like if Carl's gonna come in, or if he's gonna go out to Carl or something and not just leave.
Yeah, make sure Daxton's okay before you
Daxton's
dip
not
out.
chill at all. Unlike me, who is incredibly chill.
So chill.